size is so wonderful. Real thick has benefits. I'm not your ordinary cheek. I've got a lot of love to share with little short and nappy hair. Taking time to let you know am I kind of beautiful? Thick hips, you sexy girl. Don't you be ashamed. No, 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 no. Yeah. You're kind of beautiful. You're so beautiful.
Let's try one. Can you hear me?
I can hear you good.
Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Okay, sounds weird. Okay, let's go.
If the plus size don't matter, if you got curves, it don't matter. Maybe a little thick, it don't matter. Be your own kind of beautiful. Keep your head up, it don't matter. Don't be discouraged, it don't matter. Let the world know it don't matter. Be your own kind of beautiful. Curvy is so beautiful, plus size is so wonderful. Real thick has benefits. I'm not your ordinary cheek. I've got a lot of love to share with little short and nappy hair. Taking time to let you know am I kind of beautiful? Thick hips, you sexy girl. Don't you be ashamed. No, 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 no. Yeah. Be your own kind of beautiful. You're so beautiful.
Hey everybody, welcome to Girl Talk, where we entertain you and educate you. I have my co-host, Jamila. How you doing?
I am doing great. And how is our fan base doing?
We'll see. Here. Do
You going in and out. Could you hear
in
me?
and out. Yeah, I can hear you, but you're coming in and out. I'm trying something new with my, I moved, so I really don't have any Wi-Fi. I'm using my phone as a hotspot. So today, Jamila and Fat Joe, they did Hot Topics. So let's do Hot Topics today. How about that? What do you think about that?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
You going in and out. I can't hear you. You going in and out. It's like an echo.
Okay. Yes, continue going in and out.
Could you hear me?
I don't think it's gonna work with the hotspot. Yeah, let's see. Let's give it a try. You can see me?
I can see you good.
Okay. Well, anyway, hopefully I'm gonna try to be still. back.
Could you hear me? Maybe I need to. Could you hear me?
So what we do, maybe we should. So this hotspot's not working for you guys. Maybe I'll go on dark or someplace where I can get reception. Let's see if anybody's out there. Good. Going in and out. Oh well. Let's see.
I can see you good, but I can't hear you.
You got the information, but yeah, I featured you in the magazine. I call it the bald and the beautiful. Like the bold and the beautiful, the bald and the beautiful. So thank you for tuning in, and we have another viewer. So let's see, you hear me now?
You're still going in and out, but I can hear you. I can see you good.
What do you think?
I can see you.
It keeps going in and out. What do you think we should do? Give it a try?
Why you keep going in and out?
Because I have this hotspot on my phone. I don't have the internet at my new house, so
Oh, that's probably why.
use my phone. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
the
that's
hotspot is a hot. What do you want to do? Do you think we should just in the week? I have some good hot topics. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, but I don't know if I can't hear you, and if you can't hear me. Is the basis hearing you or hearing me?
I can hear you. I can hear you, but it's like a little circle. You're in a good place right there. The lighting is good and everything. But I keep the little circle keeps spinning. So what we'll do is we'll try it next week, or I can maybe go in the car and find a spot or Wi-Fi. You want to try that?
Yeah, let's try something.
Okay. I should have tested. Should have tested this out. But yeah, it's not working. Okay. Let me go find a spot and if I can do it from my phone. Keep going in and out. That's annoying. Okay. Maybe I can put my pen on one of my tablets. I still don't have my pen.
Could you hear me? Could you hear me? Jamila is having electronic difficulties. Let's hold on and see if she could get the problem resolved. She is still working on the problem.
I think it's okay. I'm here. Where's Wade?
I'm here. What
Wade is
happened?
spinning. I'm not spinning. So, well, let's go on. Welcome to. Okay. Wade.
I'm here.
Okay. Let's see how this works. Let's see how this works. How is the volume? Is it
The volume is
or?
good. I can hear you good.
Okay. All right. So we're going to proceed. Please excuse some technical difficulties. We're still trying to work it out. But there's a lot going on. We're going to do hot topics. So what I was saying, when Wendy Williams was on vacation, Remy mom Fat Joe did hot topics for Wendy. So you're not going to do hot topics. I know I'm not Remy mom, you're not Fat Joe, but we still do hot topics. So let's see if we can. Let me share so people know that we're on. So we're still on. Oh, here we go. Let me just share. Let me share so people know that we're on. So. But anyway, there's a lot of things to talk about. There's a lot of things in the news. How's gas prices out there, Ray?
Gas is going down in New York. It's like 4 or just a little above 4, a little above 4.
So how can gas go from almost 7 in California? It was almost $7. Now it's we're about at. I bought gas yesterday. It was $5.19, and that's premium. So how all of a sudden, gas can go down like that so drastically when they said the prices were so high because of the war with Russia, the Russia and Ukraine conflict or war.
Well, what I think that the gas went up when Biden got in office. Him and the Saudis don't get along. As soon as he got in office, the gas started going up. I don't think it had anything to do with Russia and Ukraine.
That's what they were saying, though. That's the story that everybody was saying is because of Russia, the war with Russia and Ukraine, the gas was going sky high. But I was looking on, I Googled gas prices. What I noticed in Europe and in America is really high, at least $4 plus. But in the third world countries, gas is like $1 or $2 or $3. Why do you think that is?
Because of their economy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I know like in Africa, Nigeria, gas was like 18 cents a gallon or 19 cents a gallon. It was ridiculous.
Well, because you got to understand, what you call them have their own gas.
Who?
Nigeria.
Saudi Arabia.
Nigeria.
Oh yeah. I just don't understand why, the gas prices are so high for us. It just don't make any sense.
Well, you gotta understand, if you have a poor country and all they making is $50 or $100 a month, you cannot charge them $5 a gallon.
But they have plenty of gas themselves too.
Correct. You have to go by the
Economy.
economy. You have to.
Yeah. Well, what about our economy? People can't afford to pay. Gas is almost $7.
Well, you
We
know,
can't afford that.
they said this is one of the richest country in the world.
Exactly.
So if it's $5 or $7, you know, people they think that could afford it.
And now people can afford to ride bicycles at this point. I mean, come on.
Well,
They have to, you know, give us some kind of break, you know, just because Biden is in office. You know, people, it's almost, we're going into inflation now. But
I agree with you. I'm getting ready to get me a bicycle.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna put my car right in my garage.
I think we all need bicycles. It'll be a lot healthier for us too. Like,
Definitely.
you know, this is great exercise. So let's move on. I have another hot topic I'd like to share. There was something that went viral. Let me try to bring it up. I can't show you the video, but we're gonna listen to it. And it's self-explanatory. Let's see if we can take a listen to it. Here we go.
Because of how you've been honoring me. I'm not worth your McDonald's money. I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. I ain't worth your St. John did. Y'all can't afford it, no how. I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton. I ain't worth your Prada. I'm not worth your Gucci. You can buy a Movado watch in Sam's. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And y'all know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters. I don't want to hear no worksheets about what y'all can't afford. You can't afford it because you don't see the value here. Y'all hear from y'all pastor and father, I'm over y'all. I'm over your cheap expression. Good evening. My name is Carlton Thunder. I'm the senior pastor of Church of the Well, right here in Kansas City, Missouri. I want to take this moment to address the now viral video clip of me from a sermon given August the 7th, 2022. Though there is context behind the content of the clip, no context will suffice to explain the hurt and anguish caused by my words. I've spoken to those I am accountable to and have received their correction and instruction. I have also privately apologized to our church, who has extended their love and support to me. I'm privileged to do life with them. The video clip does not reflect my heart or my sentiments toward God's people, yet that's not discernible in the clip. Therefore, I offer this sincere apology to you today. No context could erase the words I used. I apologize to all who've been hurt, angered, or in any way damaged by my words. The zeal of any presentation must be tempered with love and respect, and that was not displayed. I apologize to the church at large for any undue scrutiny I have subjected you to. I apologize to every preacher and pastor who must stand up under the controversy that I have caused. To those who know and love me, thank you for your support. To those who now know me, because of this video clip, I regret that your first impression of me is one of anger, hate, and resentment. actions and my words are inexcusable. I offer no justification or defense. That moment was mishandled and mismanaged. I deeply regret this moment, and I solicit your prayers and your forgiveness as we grow forward. Thank you. God bless you. Go with God, and He'll go with you.
So, long story short, this preacher was belittling his congregation because they did not give him a watch. And it's apparent that he asked the congregation for the watch, and he didn't receive the watch. Do you accept his apology?
You asking me?
Yes.
No.
Everybody, anybody out there?
No, I don't accept the apology. I think he's going straight to hell.
Why don't you accept his apology?
Well, the only reason why, my opinion, that he apologizing because of the backflash behind what he had put out. You know,
Right.
They got a pastor now. I want y'all to understand, I'm a Muslim. But I can't be a Muslim if I don't believe in different of a religion. I have to believe in all the religion out there. This man, to say something like that, he know what he was doing. He didn't think that it was going to go viral where he was going to get a backflash like that. They got a pastor out in Philadelphia called Geno Jenkins. And y'all need to Google him. Go on YouTube and Google Geno Jenkins. And I look at him all the time. And he talk about pastors like that. He got a tape out that he's telling people, if you have a pastor and he asking you for money, to tell him to get up off his butt and get out there and work for it.
He wasn't asking for money. He wanted a specific watch, a no-bottom watch.
For money.
And I guess his congregation did not give him this watch. And the things he said, was cruel. You can't afford Prada, you can't afford St. John.
Well, the people.
If you're a great pastor, you don't have to ask for anything. And if you get a salary, that's your salary because that's your job. And you should not have expectations on your congregation to give you not a need, but a want, And I just thought that we should, discuss that.
For anything.
Yeah.
In other words, you got to have money to get that watch, to get that pocketbook, to get what you want. And if they congregation will go out there and buy sneakers, buy product, that's their business because they get out there and work.
Yeah, that's their money.
They deserve to get whatever they work for. And if he want to watch, get out there and work for it.
Yeah.
He going straight to hell.
Do you think his apology was sincere? Or like you said, you just believe because it went viral, he's apologizing?
I don't think his apology was sincere. Because if it was sincere, he wouldn't have never made a statement like that from the jump. He didn't know that it probably was video. He didn't think that people were going to put it out on social media.
Yeah. Everybody's talking about that because I heard about it just on the radio. It was a Christian station, and they was talking about it. And of course, I looked up the pastor in the watch, and it came up. So it was. I think that goes on more than what. I mean, it goes on every Sunday. That's not a rare occasion because I've been in church, the pastor's anniversary or the first lady's anniversary, and everybody has to give $500. And they keep passing the plate around until they get a certain amount. So it's sad, but it happens every day, every Sunday. Whenever people go to church. And he said, I'm over you. You're not over me. God is over me. And as a people, we have to always say this is a human being. It's not God. You're not God. I don't think he's even a messenger for God. So those are the things we have to remember and not get caught up in, what we have to give a certain person, because I remember Jim Jones, and I know that when I was a little girl, my mother knew people that went to Kiana and they drunk the Kool-Aid, So, you have to follow God and not people. I remember, this is maybe 15, 20 years ago, I went to church with my friend. She said, oh, I'm preaching. Come and see me. I'm speaking. I said, okay. This was during the week. This is not on a Sunday. And so I went to go hear my friend Willa preach. And so after she, said whatever, said some words, preacher got up there. I'll never forget this. And he said, you guys gonna see something you never saw before. So I thought he was gonna lay hands on people. You know how people fall out and pass out. Hey Sky, thank you for joining us. Please share. The whole, people passing out in church. I've seen that before. So I sat there and he started preaching. And that man died on the pulpit. And I will never forget that. And I do not play with God. He died. And I know when I left, I think the ambulance was on its way. I got out of there. And I asked Willow the next day, I said, what happened? She said, that man died. So I did see something I never saw before. That man died on the pulpit. And the way people are dying now, I just wouldn't play with God.
Well, again, any pastor, any reverend, anybody that called themselves and leading a congregation,
that's a huge responsibility. It's a huge responsibility.
That's right. And their responsibility is not to ask their congregation to get up money to get them a watch or a car. If you want a watch, you want a car, or you want things of that nature, get up, get out there and work.
Yeah.
You get what you want to get. And anybody that take money from their congregation for their personal use, my opinion, going straight to hell. And the reason why I say that, because you have a lot of elderly people that really put their faith in the pastors, in the reverends, or anybody that leading the congregation, they really put their faith into them, and they really respect the belief.
Well,
The
that's
right
like Jim Jones. They followed this man from the
That's
Bay
right.
Area, Oakland, San Francisco, to Guyana, which was in the middle of nowhere in South America, and they were working those people like slaves. So you just got to be careful in knowing that nobody's above God. Nobody's above God. All right, let's move on to our next hot topic. Let's see, do we have any comments? I don't know how to, since I'm on my phone, I'm just gonna try to read them.
Put
Sky
the
says
comments,
hello, family.
comments out, Jamila. I can't see the comment.
I can't do it because I'm on my phone. I'm not on the desktop, but I'm just reading them from the I'm reading them from the phone. I think Fatima is on. Thank you for watching. Thank you everybody for watching. I have some pictures to share. I don't know if I can do it, but the next hot topic is Brittney Griner. She was arrested in Russia in February. She had some, I think, less than a gram of cannabis oil. When she's a basketball player. She was gold. She won 2 gold medals. She was affiliated with a team in Russia, so she was going to play with her team. And she was arrested at the airport, and she was charged, with having drugs in her. I don't know, was it drug trafficking lay or just she was arrested for having drugs, and she was sentenced to 9 years. She's only 31, and they are going to take her to some kind of prison, in Russia, who knows where. And I just think everybody needs to say a prayer for her. And I have a question. Other people have, been charged with possession of drugs. And what I read is they got less than 5 years, and then they got probation. Do you think why she was treated so harshly is because, number one, she's a black female. Number two, she's a lesbian. No, what do you guys think?
You want me to answer?
Yeah.
All right. Back in the 30s, when the when the people were migrating from the south to the north, a lot of people, African people, got on a boat and went out to Russia. This was back in the 20s and the 30s. And when they got to Russia, the Russian people accept them with open arms. Now, this was the time that Merlin Sterling was running Russia. Now, the black people, when they've been there, they went to the plays and stuff like that in Russia. They said that the sisters and brothers and the baby was so dark, when they came into the play, the people of Russia took the baby from the mother.
Wow.
They took the baby, were kissing the baby, and people took the baby from the people that took the baby and were passing the baby around, kissing the baby. Now, this was in the 20s, and 30s in Russia. Now, what happened a couple of months ago, they researched the descendants from the people from the 20s and 30s and that went to Russia and found them and interviewed them on 60 Minutes.
What?
And asked them, how was your grandfather, your great-grandfather, and how are you now treated in Russia? And they said when my grandfather and my great-grandfather came in, the Russian people accepted them with open arms.
Mm.
Matter of fact, they did a play out of what happened to the Africans that went to Russia from the United States. And Merlin Starlin was the president then. And they said that the movie or the play that he always watched multiple times was that play. He loved that play. How the Russian people accepted the African Americans with open arms, and to this day.
Well, what do you think happened with Brittany?
Well,
what happened?
This is my opinion. What happened? I think honestly, they using her as a pawn.
Okay.
They do not
Sky said this is a political setup.
That's right.
So,
they do not like Blanton. They do not like him. The people from Mecca, the kings and the queens out of Mecca do not like him.
They don't like Biden?
They do not like him. This is why the gas went up so much. And this is why they got that girl, Brittany, over there to the day.
Okay, we have a comment. It says, if Trump was in office, she would be out by now. I agree with that.
No, I agree with that 100%.
I agree with that. Yeah. She would definitely be out, but
that's right.
I was looking at some of her pictures and just look at her eyes, it just says everything,
Well,
it says everything.
People think, you got to understand, when you leave this country and go to another country, you just can't get up and leave and go to another country and thinking you in America or you from America. Each country have their own laws.
Yeah.
And you have to do your research on a country before you go. You just cannot, I don't care if it's an ounce or a gram or what, you just cannot take anything illegal from this country into another country. You cannot do that.
Yeah.
I don't care how much it is, and I don't care who you are.
But it seems like she's been playing with this Russian team for 12 years.
Yeah.
So do you think she just got caught up? They said she was just getting over COVID and it was prescribed by a doctor.
If she were playing with that Russian tea for 12 years, I don't know, but maybe she was taking Campbell's there before and nothing happened.
Yeah.
But they do not like Biden.
Yeah. Do you think because she was gay has a part in the picture too?
I don't
she's
think
being
so.
a gay black female?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, let's say our prayers for her. Hopefully she'll come home before they take her to this Russian, prison, like far away from Moscow. All right, let's move on. So, as you guys know, the magazine is out. Where's my magazine at? You know, we went through the magazine. It's out. Let's support the magazine. I worked hard. I
You work
worked hard on it, and
overtime for that magazine.
huh?
You work overtime with that magazine.
I worked overtime with that magazine, so I
Right.
just wanted to let people know it's out now. If you go to Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, any place where you can buy a book, you can buy the magazine. If you Google the name, it'll pop up. That's the cover. That's the back cover. And I have a few other pictures I didn't get an opportunity to show last week. So I want to show a few more pictures of the models. What is this? That's Foxy Roxy. I think she's from Philly. And she's featured in the magazine. I didn't forget her, but somehow, it just didn't pop up last week. That's Foxy Roxy. This is one of my favorite shots. It's from Jose Pigon. He lived in New York for a long time, and now he's in Florida. But I love this shot. It's one of my favorites. It's just art to me, and I wanted to give a shout out to him. There's an article that we didn't talk about last time, so I wanted to bring that up too. So it's I don't know this person, but I want to give a shout out to him.
There you go.
That's my friend. He's been riding with me for about a year now, and he's in the magazine. Kind of tells a story about his company, 15 Dynasty. I kind of did my research. It's like, what is 15 Dynasty? So I'm a very visual person. So, we put some pictures in there about 15 Dynasty and what it exactly was back in Europe. Not Egypt. Excuse me. I didn't mean to say Europe, Egypt.
Yeah, please don't say Europe.
You want to talk a little bit about that a little bit later?
If you want me to, I will give us a Gnostic on it a little bit.
Yeah, just 15 Dynasty. What is it? What is it about?
Well, when I was searching for a name of a company, I wanted my company to have some type of significance to it. I didn't want it to name a company that a name that had been colonized and been misusing and abusing our people. I didn't want that. So what I have done, I have researched 15 Dynasty, because 15 is a significant number between me and the people involved of 15 Dynasty. Under the 15 Dynasty, this one when Joseph was sold into slavery.
Mm-hmm.
And Joseph had done 15 years in jail. But as he was in jail, he was doing the work of God. And Joseph,
he was a prophet.
Well, Joseph is definitely a prophet of God. Yeah, He the one to receive revelations from God. Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery.
Hmm.
But at the time of the 15th dynasty, the Pharaoh had a dream. And the Pharaoh called all of his priests together and asked them, could y'all interpretate this dream? And nobody could interpretate the dream. But a guy came home from jail where Joseph was and told the king, I know somebody who can interpretate that dream.
Mm-hmm.
So he told him to go get him and bring him here. He said, well, Pharaoh, you already have him. He said, where is he? He said, he's in jail. So they went and got Joseph out of jail. And the Pharaoh asked him to interpret this dream. Joseph said, the only way I will interpret this dream if you exempt me from this charge that what I was falsely accused of.
Mm-hmm.
So Joseph explained to the Pharaoh what happened. That he told the Pharaoh, your wife tried to rape me. She tried to force herself on me, and I ran and left her, and she ripped my shirt.
Hmm.
So the Pharaoh said, okay, let's get your clothes. If your clothes is ripped from the front, that means you try to force yourself on her. If it's ripped from the back, that means that you were trying to get away from her.
Okay.
So they found the clothes and found out it was ripped from the back. So he knew his wife was trying to force herself on him. So they exonerate him. After they exonerate him, he interpreted the dream.
Okay.
He said Egypt are going to come with a famine for about 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to kill all the crop, all the animals, and so and so and so. The Pharaoh was so scared, he said, what we could do. He said, what we're going to do, we're going to plant and plant and plant before this famine comes, and we're going to stack all this food away that's going to take us through 10 years instead of 7.
Okay.
So the Pharaoh made him in charge of that, and they came through the 7 years of famine, and the Pharaoh made him a person over his old country. So, but he said, I want my father. He said, where's your father? He told him where his father was. He gave him like 10 acres of land. You take your father and all of them, and that's your land. But the brothers that sold them into slavery, they felt guilty of doing that. So when they came, Joseph said, do not feel bad of what y'all have done. Y'all haven't done anything. This was God's plan.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for y'all to carry out God's plan, all of these people would not be saved. He said, so come on. And Joseph was a prophet. He was sold.
So that was during the 15th dynasty that this happened. Yeah.
Correct. And what Joseph had done, when the Pharaoh used to see him pray, the Pharaoh asked him, who you praying to? He said, I'm praying to my God. He said, why you don't pray to our statues? Joseph said, I will pray to your statue if your statue could talk. He said, let me hear them talk. So the Pharaoh asked him, what could your God do? He said, my God rises the sun from the east and settle it in the west every day. He said, if your God, told the Pharaoh, if your God could rise it from the west and settle in the east, I will pray to him. Then they said it was highly impossible. That's why Joseph said, I can't pray to him. So the Pharaoh told this whole country, we're going to pray to Joseph God, and there's only one God.
So that's your name, 15 Dynasty. That's the basis of your business.
Correct.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so is there any other hot topics, Way, that we didn't cover? Did I say that they filed an appeal for Brittney Griner? A couple of days ago, they filed an appeal for her. So we just pray that, that she gets out.
Right now, they just going through the formalities. That's all they doing is killing time, following rules and regulations, trying to get a girl hope.
Yeah. They should have did that a while ago, because she's been in prison in a foreign country since February.
Well, we've been here over 400 and something years.
Yeah, we have.
But for the audience, for the fans, when y'all take a trip, make sure y'all do a research on the country. And when you go through them airports, make sure y'all don't have nothing in your bag. Because certain countries you go to and you have drugs in your bag, they could kill you. They law is, if you bring any drugs in this country, we're going to kill you. If you pick up anything that don't belong to you, we're going to cut your hand off. This is why when you go to a lot of countries and you leave your car door open or you leave your pocketbook on so-and-so, and when you come back, it's right there. Nobody going to steal.
In Dubai, there was some ladies, I think it was a lady on YouTube, and she was saying that they stopped all the Black Americans and searched their bags, looking for drugs, looking for, I guess mainly they think everybody smoked weed, Black Americans smoke weed. So she was saying, she felt that she was singled out because they didn't stop other nationalities. So you do have to be careful when you travel and do your research.
Well, a lot of Black people that came over there brought drugs with them.
To Dubai?
Yeah. And this is why they do that.
Recreational drugs or drugs to sell or just?
Drugs is drugs.
Yeah. But I'm talking about the quantity,
Well, it doesn't matter. The laws of this country is not the laws of other country.
Right.
The law what I have in my house, if I come to your house, you have a different set of rules and regulations.
Yeah.
And that applies to any country.
So when you travel abroad like that, I've been to Canada and Mexico. I think that's about it. So it would be wise if you go to you can even just go on their website the embassy for that particular country and kind of read about the culture, what to do, what not to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Anytime you leave, even if, let's say, if I leave this state and go to California, what apply in this state does not apply in California.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So before I go to a state and want to live, I'm going to do my research on that state.
Yeah.
Just like
That's
now,
true.
they passed the law. If you want to have abortion, certain states you could go to, and certain states you can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it
Is
applies.
weed legal in New York?
Yeah,
Okay, so weed is almost legal in a lot of places because I know it's
yeah.
legal here. In Nevada, you can drive around with an open container. In California, you cannot. Can you do that in New York? Drive around with an open beer or open, bottle of wine or something?
No, you can't do that here.
Yeah, you can do that in Nevada. Yeah, in Vegas.
That's why I'm saying each state is different, just like
Every
each
state.
country is different. This is why when you go to different countries, they have a law. If you pick up something that doesn't belong to you, they have a right to cut your hand off.
What country is that? Is that like Saudi Arabia or
A lot of Arab countries. This is
yeah,
why you don't have a
India?
lot. Yeah, this is why you don't have a lot of stealing and you don't have a lot of killing in them countries. You can leave your pocketbook right there and come back. That pocketbook gonna be right there.
Hmm. I wrote a paper in college about America was built on violence, and it's hard to get away from that phenomenon because this is the way America was. It was built upon violence and raping, taking, cutting the natives' heads off, and just taking it, taking whatever they want. And I think they laid a foundation for a very violent society. And now we're still living that violence.
Well, the majority of the people that came to the United States were people from out of prison, out of England and Britain.
Yeah, they opened the jails and let them out. They came here. Yeah.
They put them all on the boat and sent them here. And when they came here, they just came here, started killing and raping.
Yeah. Killing, raping, stealing, getting, the gold or whatever they can get from the natives, and cutting their heads off. It was awful. Yeah. So I guess it's about that time, we got off to a little rocky start, but we always persevere. Every week is a lesson for me. And I'm learning and I'm growing about how to do this podcast and what not to do and what to do. But every week we persevere. And persevering alone now. So, we'd like to thank everybody. I know some people are watching on YouTube too, so thank you for watching us. Some, great articles in there as well as beautiful plus size models. And want to nothing's going to stop this. The children, as they go to school, bless the internet, bless the live streaming. A little bit not so good today. It just wasn't my ready? 1, 2, 3. Peace.